There's huge misconceptions about quiet, being quiet, the word quiet, and you know, quiet was never really like an official nickname for me. I just remember always being introduced, and I was always getting the remark of, "Oh, you're so quiet." And you know, part of that was personality, and it is. I'm not talkative all the time. I feel like if I don't always have something valuable to say, then I'm better off not saying anything at all. But quietness was also embedded in me outside of just my personality. Quietness was when I always had my best thinking, but it was also a survival technique that I don't know if anybody could actually understand. If you kept quiet, you had no controversy, or so you thought. If you kept quiet, you were promised to have a place where you could lay your head at night and not worry that you were going to be shipped off the next day because you said something that somebody did not like, or you did something that somebody did not like. It was a defense mechanism. It was my safeguard. It guaranteed me a home. If not home, a place to lay my head. My nicknames coming up were Care Bear, and some people still do call me that. I don't know why, but they still call me Care Bear. CC was also one of my nicknames, but Quiet was one of those that I kind of took on. I really, for some reason, it really resonated with me. And then, you know, the name, and of course I don't take credit for the name. Quiet Storm was literally like a radio station or like a segment on a radio station, but I resonated with that because even though I am quiet, please understand that I can start a storm if I need to. It's relatively simple, so I thought. But Quiet became a crutch. It turned into a survival mode name until probably within the last few years. As quiet as I want to be, as I like to be, apparently there's much more that needs to be said from me. I'll be honest, I didn't like that either. I didn't like that. I didn't like that realization that I couldn't be quiet anymore. At least not vocally. I could be, but not as quiet. And there's a difference between silence and quiet. And at one point, I wasn't even quiet, I was silence. You know, people, some, not all, some people have a hard time reading me, which to a degree I take that as a compliment. But until you really sit down and have a conversation with me, until you really sit down and understand that there are some unspeakable passages that I was put into, that I deliberately walked into, you will never understand like why I say to myself, there's and you know, sometimes I feel like I'm being pushed to not stay to myself, to actually, you know, talk to people, but for the most part I stay to myself. You know, I'm majority of my life, you know, I've always felt out of pocket, out of place, misplaced, not seen, not heard. I've always felt alone. It's rare that I feel safe. And family is foreign to me. Like, I don't even know how families operate. How I figured out how certain families operated was literally through TV. Through TV. And, you know, I would get mad at some of the TV shows because it was so unrealistic, in my opinion. You got parents that hug you, that tell you they love you, they let you know they love you, they show you that they love you, they actually guide you and not get upset when you deter off because they understand that maybe, you know, maybe you need a little work, or maybe there was miscommunication. And then there are people that kind of raised me. I say kind of because I don't always believe that I was raised by, you know, one person. I actually went as bold and is saying that I raised myself, when I know that's not 100% true. If anything, I was raised by seeing what not to do. What not to do was literally the thing that kept me from doing a lot of things. I mean, what do you expect? Your mom, your biological mother believes you when your dad does something he's not supposed to his little girls. And unfortunately, she loses her parental rights for a moment. You come back home, maybe 2 weeks, and then you get sent back into the system. Because she felt like it was safer for you being in the system than it was with her. And the one foster parent that you knew really loved you and cared about you couldn't take you with her out of state because there are certain rules. So she had to leave you behind. Your sisters are split off from you now. And there's this guilt that comes to mind. If I didn't say anything about my dad or about whatever, will we be better off than where we are now? There were times that they used to haunt me for years. Years that haunted me. That if I didn't say anything, would my sisters and I be better off than what we are? You grow up in homes where you're family, but not family, because family is only blood. So you're treated differently than the other kids who are blood. You're labeled sneaky, and because you don't say much, but you're labeled sneaky. Sneaky and a liar. Oh, but you got a great singing voice though. So maybe you're not all that bad, because you can sing. Then you get introduced to the person who apparently wants to adopt you. And something in your spirit just it doesn't sit right with you. You don't know what's going on, you don't know why, but it doesn't sit right with you. And being a kid, you verbally say out loud, hey, I don't like this. I don't think this is a good idea. But you are not hit with a why, you are hit with a punishment instead. Because you spoke up. Because something doesn't feel right. So you and your youngest sister are paired together, and you're moved to what they labeled as the suburbs. With 7 other kids in the house. You get the warm welcome at first. You're sleeping upstairs in the bedroom closest to her room because she needs to let you know that she cares about you. At least for a little while. And then you're moved into a basement because the walk-in closet that's in her room is not big enough. So your room becomes her walk-in closet. Not only are you moved to the basement, you're locked in the basement. You're locked in the basement, and there's this little contraption. I don't know what the official name is called, but you can slide it up under a doorknob and place it on the floor, so if the door were to open, it wouldn't open. And if you for sure didn't want it to open, you'll put a carpet up under it so it couldn't open. And the only time that those kids were able to come upstairs was when you removed it. You got 7 kids in a basement. TV if you're lucky. Video game if you're lucky. 1 bathroom. A kitchen, but you can't use it because y'all eating up all my damn food. And then you hear your sister for the first time get disciplined by a person who you don't trust. If those basement walls could talk about everything that used to happen down there, that she probably to this day doesn't even know, because she was too busy putting people in the basement with no food to go out shopping at the mall all day. 12 Oaks Mall, to be specific. Sometimes they didn't come back until 9, 10 o'clock at night. And if you didn't ask quick enough, you didn't eat that day. That's crazy. Because that's only a percentage of the story. And people want to judge you. Parents being mean in front of their kids, and so their kids come to school and be mean to you. And the crazy part is, school was technically only your safe haven, because the hell you caught when you got home was unimaginable. I'd rather be in school teased to death than be at home I don't know why I thought kids would understand. Hey, I'm getting abused at home. Sorry, I'm not being the normal kid I really want to be, because I'm too scared of the repercussions. I'm too scared of the repercussions. So I go quietly. I'll go quietly. Better yet, I go silently, the best way I can.